Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Micro Investor, where we do technical analysis, price predictions, and news updates on many different cryptocurrencies every single day. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about Ethereum and picking up where we left off in the previous Ethereum video. Now, I'm first going to apologize if my voice sounds a bit hoarse. I am feeling a tiny bit under the weather, but I'll be fine. So looking at things, how it's playing out right now, we just managed to actually bounce off of this trend line, and we're seeing a bit of a price pump with Ethereum right now. So there could be a possibility within this fallout that we've seen with FTX. We have seen it come down within 5 waves, starting from that point there in on November 4th, where we had started our first wave from these, of course, micro waves that we're looking at, and how this has all played out with the completion possibly of the 5th wave. And this is also all part from within our wave 2 that you can see that was going to the downside. So there could be a possibility now, if we did find a bottom here, if we have confirmation here of 5 waves coming down, that this could be that possible bottom that we needed for Ethereum to have, and then this could all be part of that new wave, that wave 3, that will be taking us to the upside. So the big thing is, of course, for this wave 3 would first go back and retrace where we were, as we had seen the price of Ethereum coming down from all that FTX fallout. So if we were to pan back here, we can look at this falling wedge that we were in, as we're currently bouncing off that trend line. You can see how this has been a level of support for the most part. I mean, it is a falling level of support, so we want to be sure that we create distance from it. But you can see from that point where we had the all-time high with Ethereum, we had come down within 5 waves within that. And then we had reached that 52-week low back in the middle of June. At that time, the price of Ethereum was at $880. And then we quickly went up within a wave 1 and completed that wave 1 back in the middle of August. And that was, at that time, the price of Ethereum was at around $2,000, a little bit more than $2,000. And then we have come down within this wave 2 from these much larger wave impulses. And depending on how we want to really count these waves, we can say that we've had a wave 1, a wave 2, and we can see that this is all part of our wave 3, come up on a wave 4, and then we have a wave 5. But ignore the count here that I'm looking at for the FTX fallout, since we can't necessarily use these waves for as part of their subwave. We're just really looking at the way that the FTX fallout had 5 waves within it, because that was kind of more of something different, because we were looking at Ethereum actually working its way out and creating distance from this falling wedge. If you look at it, after we had passed through that trend line there back in the 3rd week of October, we were seeing a lot of momentum actually starting to occur with the price of Ethereum. It was really moving its way up. And just before the fallout with FTX, we were seeing the price of Ethereum working on trying to get to $1,700. Very key prices. We were seeing those. We're seeing Ethereum work through those moving averages. So I'm gonna take this on over to the daily chart, and you can see that Ethereum was doing so much. It had surpassed that 100-day moving average, and it was working its way up to that 200-day moving average just before the FTX fallout. So a lot of big things were going on, and they were in the works. And then, of course, we ended up seeing this whole fallout happen. Price of Ethereum come down even lower, but still it managed to stay within a wave 2. So we can still be hopeful that we will be seeing the price of Ethereum going up in a wave 3. So if this was that completion of that wave 5, then the possibility of this wave 3 managing to really work its way up and possibly take Ethereum to a price that could be more than twice as much as where it's at right now, of course, that would be absolutely amazing. So if we were looking at things within this whole FTX fallout, then what we can say is that that the price of Ethereum first would need to correct from this. So if this is that correction currently in the works, and you can see how much support there is with Ethereum to try to keep it above this trend line here, even though when it did fall through it a bit, what we can see is that Ethereum managed to quickly work its way back up and stay within it, and it was just treading downwards within it, and now we're seeing that pump happen. So if this is all going to lead Ethereum into a retracement from the FTX fallout, then I'm thinking that possibly within the 1st or 2nd week of December, there could be a possibility that we could retrace the majority of the price of Ethereum that had come down due to FTX. Now, I know for a lot of people that sounds very bullish, but there's that possibility that we could be seeing a pretty decent sized price bump with Ethereum if that was to take place. So I'm thinking that there's a good chance of this actually happening. And then from there, if this wave 3 was able to continue, then I'm thinking that this wave 3 could be something that could take Ethereum all the way up to a price of $3,000, if not more. I'm thinking that we could even be seeing it do a full retracement from where it was within this wave 4, just before it came down within this wave 5. So to say that the price of Ethereum could go somewhere within the range of, say, $3,000 to $3,600 would not even surprise me. I think that that could also be a possibility. There's a lot of false hope currently with crypto, but there's that chance that as time goes on and as we get into 2023, which I think this wave 3 is, of course, going to take us into 2023. So I'm not talking about anything that is going to happen here overnight or before we finish 2022. I think expect it to go into 2023, in my opinion. And I think sometime within possibly the completion of the first quarter, sometime soon after that, possibly, we will see that completion of the wave 3, in my opinion. And there could be a whole lot to actually retrace from there. And I think that going from there, as we work our way up within our waves 4 and waves 5, we can be seeing a full retracement from where we're at within this wedge pattern that we had. And I think that there's a lot of potential there with Ethereum to be able to see such a thing play out, in my opinion. So that's the update. I'd like to hear what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that we did reach that bottom with Ethereum, and now we're in that process of seeing the price of Ethereum start to retrace, start to work on its next waves to the upside, and that possibility of seeing Ethereum go back and retrace where it was from all the losses that it had from the larger wave impulse, wave 5, that had took the price of Ethereum down to its 52-week low? Do you think that we're possibly going to be able to completely retrace all those losses that we had with it and the momentum with Ethereum continue? I would like to know. Now, do take in mind here that none of this is meant to be any sort of financial advice. This is just all based off my own opinions. So with that being said, I'd like to hear what you guys think about this. What are your opinions about Ethereum? Let me know. So please like, share, comment, subscribe. New content coming out all the time. I talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum every single day and many other altcoins as well. See you all in the next one.